Anyway, that you guys smile. Yeah. That that piece that he hit on, like, Gene. The reason I wanted that to be played a little longer, or I requested that, is because everyone needs to really understand the full spectrum of what a session is like. Now, he was obviously talking about. Thank you. Obviously talking about like anecdotal experiences by
Right.
people, but the biggest takeaway there is their impressions of themselves, their acceptance of themselves. And now he listed out the good, the great, the good, the even, and the horrible. Like, I will not say who I witnessed partake in this session, but I was able to witness a psilocybin-assisted therapy session in full clinical detail, and this person had an entire breakdown, severe panic attack, and
Mm.
this is where the key component of being a I will say well read and effective psilocybin assisted therapist or
Okay.
psychedelic assisted therapist to help them through that distress,
Sure.
because it's understanding the type of language that person needs and support, et cetera, et cetera. Um, this person was convulsing uncontrollably. It was almost like having a seizure,
Mm.
and like they were having a literal internal war on a battlefield. It was very heartbreaking. However, like he said, they were completely back to normal at the end of the session 4 hours later. And the next day, the follow up, the next day, next couple of days, actually the next morning, because they stayed the night in the clinic. The next day, their takeaway was remarkable. They had a lot more acceptance of themselves, and their breakthrough is kind of like what I said about myself a little earlier: the acceptance of others and the willingness to hear the other stories of what people are going
Mm.
through. And like that part was really, really cool.
Mm.
But yeah, that's a personal one that I saw, but it was exactly what he said on the bad
Well,
side.
well,
But
yeah, well,
but it was a
well,
very positive thing. Very, very positive thing.
it's like you said earlier, though. I mean, it's individual and it's based on your uh, inputs, your experience, right? I mean, if you've had, I mean, I imagine someone with a certain level of PTSD from, say, combat in a war zone, they're going to bring some negative uh, emotions
Oh, absolutely.
into something like that,
The
or
crazy
someone
part
who's
about that is
abused.
it doesn't have to be in a war zone. It could be a Fort Hood. Maybe edited that part out.
I mean, yeah, it could be anywhere. I mean, it could be, your dad beating the crap out of you or something like
Yeah.
regularly. I mean, or
A poop that was too
witnessing.
big.
Yeah, you're gonna bring that negative emotion into that. You
Yeah.
call it a trip.
So I said at the beginning, like this, the mindset and setting are very,
Yeah,
very important. So the
right.
first hour ish of a session, the person takes the medication, if you will, quote unquote,
Yeah.
and then the next 45 minutes to an hour is talking about, okay, what fabric feels the best to you? What type of clothing? Baggy or saggy,
Mm.
form fitting, none at all, whatever. What's going to help you bring the most joy and comfort right at this very second without even thinking about it?
Right.
Once you establish that, you find the music. Okay, is this the music you want? No, I don't want that. So on and so on and so on. That first 45 minutes to an hour is remarkably critical.
Right. You got to get them comfortable. I mean, you've got to get them.
Now, I want to express real quick that this is not a dire thing. Like, oh my god, like you have to do it this way, otherwise it's just going to be a hellacious experience. Like, the experience is going to be hellacious whether you like it or not. It's going, and that's just going off the definition of hellacious, not the societal one.
Mhm.
Like, it's going to be a scary experience at some point, whether you're in a remarkable mindset or not. Gene, like I told you, like I said in the last one, like I've done it with both mindsets. And I can confidently tell you the bad mindset taught me the most. Oh, there's another one, buddy.
Surrounded by them.
Yeah, it's my cat. I have another. Well, you've met our other dog, Kyle,
Yeah.
I think, but
Yeah.
he's too old to walk 10 feet. So,
So am I. You have another? You have